Hi, Hogs. This is me going through our practice film today. I think it's like 10 plays is what it turns out to be. So I'm going to talk through each play. Up in the top left, it says what the play is. 50s means it's pass. We're making our cup, doing our 50s pass protection here. I'll talk through technique and what we should be doing. Um, I'm not bashing or berating anyone. I'm just simply saying if we're doing it right or wrong and what we can do better. Okay. So this is our 50s pass protection. We should be creating our cup. We should have a fan call here, fan call here. Um, I do see on the left side that this outside backer starts going off. So if we see the outside backer drops into coverage, then we can come back and help out with the four technique. But our guard should be going out here, keeping knee to crotch relationship as we do this. Okay, centers the uh, base of the cup, so he's just got that guy one on one. Right guard should keep. Where's this four technique? I don't know where the four technique is. Maybe that guy. If you get a fan call and you go out there and there's no one out there, then you can just look for work, look inside to out, just find someone to block. And then right tackle, you should be keeping knee to crotch relationship with the guy that you're blocking as well. Okay. I'd say throw him right here. You're kind of going out like you're blocking. Your kick slide, remember, we're going at a 45-degree angle. Now, if this guy doesn't come, then you can just sit there and chop your feet, waiting for someone to come. Just start chopping your feet, waiting for that person to commit, and then you can get in that knee to crotch relationship. But don't go out at them. Don't vacate the cup. Make sure you stay right here and keep cup integrity. Okay. Once again, see here, Thome, that's where I just want you to sit there and wait and for this guy to commit. That way you can stay on him, okay? Okay, Lucas, looking at you, you're stepping out. You see this four technique is coming here, but what happens is that you jump too far outside. This is why we need to keep really short, choppy steps. Your feet, you're taking too big a steps, so you overcommit, and then he's able to jump back to the inside, and then you're having to shuffle back in. You do get back to knee to crotch relationship, which is good. And then we want to try to influence him outside. Okay. Rife, I know we really didn't work on it with you here. We haven't worked on it yet, but for our pass protection, you want to step inside and step back and get in a kick slide. If you look at Lucas, if you want to know what that looks like, and you want to keep your outside knee in his crotch. You want to attack his inside half, force him to go upfield so you can run him upfield. You do not want this guy to beat you across your face because that's a direct path to the quarterback. You want to stay on his inside shoulder, force him to go upfield, and then you can run him upfield. Okay. See here, you're not knee to crotch, you're way over top. So this guy, see how he has an open window here if you wanted to take it. So keep that knee to crotch relationship with him. Okay. Still too far inside. Go look for work. All right. Look for work. Go hit somebody if you have no one to block. Okay, next play. This is sweep to the right. All right. So we're all responsible for our play side gap, okay? Play side gap, play side gap, play side gap, play side gap, play side gap. We all have to go through our progression. So we know the H is coming over. So tackle, you know that your outside gap is covered by the H who's kicking out. His guy. So you're looking on and if there's anyone on you, and you have the four technique on you, so you know that you're chipping, you're double teaming with the guard. So you're going to step over, punch with your backside hand as you work up to the second level. You might be working up to a safety. If there's no one there when you get to the second level, then turn back and block a linebacker that's flowing over the top. Okay, guard. There's no one in your gap, no one on you. So you look over, play side. There's a four technique over the tackle. So you're going to take a bucket step and you're going to scoop them and overtake that four technique. Same thing, we're going to chip as at the center. We're going to scoop as the backside guard, take him over. Center, you are going from play side linebacker. If he triggers here, you're going to get off and block him. If he goes over the top or disappears, then you're going to look back for this backer who's coming. Okay. Backside tackles, we don't have to worry about the 4 technique. I want you to rip across his face and try to go cut off this linebacker right here. Okay? If he flies over the top too fast, then go up to a safety and go get a touchdown block. Go try to cut off a safety, okay? But if this 4 technique tries to cross your face, you have to take him and you have to log him, okay? If he tries to cross your face, log him and pin him away from the play. So we'll watch over here. We'll watch the H here. We're going to watch the H. Okay, H, that's your guy. Go block him and go kick him out, okay? If that's your guy, go inside to out just like you would on a kick out and go block him. We'll double team this guy. That's fine. You're going to go block the first guy outside you, H's. So go block him, go kick him out. Because we're trying to run the ball inside here. And if we don't kick this guy out, he's just going to fall in and make the tackle. Go kick out the first person outside you. On or outside you, I should say. On or outside you. So you should be taking that banana route inside to out, kicking him here, because we're trying to run the ball right here through this hole. H's, you got to make sure that you do that. So Rife, that's where you should be going. Okay, Thome, looking at you. You take your first steps with your inside foot. That's not good. It should go bucket step, get on your 45-degree track, then your second step there, and then you're working on a 45-degree angle. You do bring your backside hand, which is good. Okay, you're too high. You're up on his shoulder pad. I want you down on his chest. I don't want to see your elbow. I never, ever, ever want to see your elbows. That's bad. I want to see your elbows tight, tucked into your body, nice and close to you. But you do work up to the second level, which is nice. And then we want to try to block that linebacker inside, take him where he wants to go. Okay, Lucas, this is excellent. This is a bucket step. Okay, second step, you're getting on your 45-degree angle. That's excellent. You're working to try to get your head across. That's all good. Okay, your head, though, get it across. Slide him off the block. Okay, replace his hand and forearm with your helmet and slide him off the block. Okay, and take him where he wants to go. So if he wants to get pinned inside, stay there. Stay on that block. Don't come off it. Don't come off it. You don't need to. You're trying to take him over. This guy is your guy. Stay on him and block him. You have him exactly where we need him. Stay right there. We don't need you to come off. That guy is your guy. There is no reason for you to come off that guy. Okay? There's no reason. Stay right there. See, we have this wall created on the backside because we're cutting people off. That's exactly what we want to do. Stay part of that wall. Okay? It's hard to tell, Pacer. It looks like you're too high, and it looks like you're bringing your front side hand on this chip block. Don't do that. Stay square and stay on your track. Get on your 45-degree track there. Okay, you see how you're turning, Pacer? That's not good. Stay on your 45-degree track. You feel that he's taken over the block. Stay on that track and go to play side backer to backside backer. Okay, play side backer flows over the top, Pacer. Then you turn backs to this guy. Looks like you're already looking at the backside backer right away. We don't want to do that. We want to go play side backer. Once we know he's gone, then we turn backside, okay? LaFleur, your first step here, you do take a bucket step. That's awesome. You're on your 45-degree track. Okay, you get your head, you're sweeping Pacer off. That's good. You're too high, though. His head is below yours. That's not good. But you do pin this guy inside. This is exactly what we want to do on the backside. We want to pin him to the back away from the play. So we create this wall on the backside. That's exactly what we want to do. Okay. Joe, you can run up to this guy. All right. But you do pin this tackle here or this defensive end. And that's what we would want you to do. But he's not going to run the play down. Hopefully he does not. Okay, so we want you to just rip by him across his face and try to block that inside backer who's more of a threat. Okay, this play is supposed to be veer right. They do pass the ball here because they have an opportunity to throw if they have the right read, but we should be running veer to the right. So what that should look like, okay, gap, everyone's going through their gap progression. Okay, that's the tackle's gap, that's the guard's gap, the center's gap, the guard's gap, the tackle's gap, the H's gap right there. Okay, we're all responsible for our backside gap. All right, so here, backside tackle, I would consider this guy on. So we're gonna go down block him, okay? What you did here, Paul, isn't bad. I mean, you can definitely justify you having a base block here and you guys double teaming him, but you guys are double teaming to the first backer inside, who's technically this guy here. Okay. Um, I would consider this guy on, so you should probably go out to him to block him. But I see what you're thinking here, Paul, and this is okay. But I think I'd rather you go out there. So we should have a push block or a down block here, going out to the 4 technique. We have a push block on the nose, or sorry, a base block on the nose, a push block with the guard here, going to FBI. We should have a base block, a push block, going to FBI. Okay. So these two double teams right here, four hands on the lineman, 4 eyes on the FBI. This double team, 4 hands on the lineman, 4 eyes on the FBI. Okay. If we do get a double team here, same thing, 4 hands on the lineman, 4 eyes on the FBI. Okay. We'll start with Paul. Paul, you step with the wrong foot first, and it's way too big of a step. Also, you're standing straight up. You're the tallest guy on the line right now. Okay. You have to stay condensed. You cannot stand up. You see how you're standing up and your upper body and lower body are separated? We don't want that to happen. I do like that you're gator walking, you're stepping the right way. You do have nice power angles, but you're just a little bit too high. And you take the wrong first step, and it's too big. Okay? Your first step should be here, second step there. It's like you're taking reed steps, and then you're getting underneath this guy if you're doing a base block. Okay? Jacob, you go the wrong way. We're running veer to the right, so you should be going that way. Base block. It looks like you get good movement here. I think that's Taglin. So that looks pretty good. I think this is Dito right here. You're way too high. You're competing with Paul with the highest hat. On this push block, you need to be down on the hip. Get your shoulder or your hands down on the hip. You're not going to move anyone with your hands on the shoulder pad. He's not going to go anywhere. Okay. Tom Connor, you need to step with your inside foot first because that's your gap side foot. Then your outside foot. Okay, we're too high. Way too high. You're just kind of belly dancing with him. You need to have a flat back and get underneath them to lift them up. All right, but this is where we should have this H here. Both of you guys have 4 hands on the lineman, 4 eyes on the linebacker, because this linebacker triggers here. So you should be coming off and blocking him. Right now, you should be coming off and trying to wash this guy down because our 8 should be out here helping you push this guy down. Okay, if we were running this ball here, okay, our A back would be clobbered by this guy. Okay, so we need to get off here, and he needs to be doing the right thing. Okay, here we run veer to the left. Okay, watching the H. H for veer. When you have a down block, you need to get set up sooner and make sure you're on the outside. We can't be running to it because we might be too late on that double team. You need to go faster to get set up. If you're motioning to this, you need to be faster, get set up so you're in a good angle to go push block that 4 technique. That's a little bit too slow. Thankfully, he slants inside, which helps us out. Okay. But yeah, you would have that push block. Paul, I'm going to watch your steps here. Okay, Paul, you step with the wrong foot again. You want to step with your gap side foot first because here for veer, this is the H's gap. This is the tackles. This is the guards. This is the centers. This is the guards. This is the tackle. Okay. So we're all blocking back here. That's what we should be doing. Blocking back. H is blocking back. And this is the guy that we're reading with the quarterback. Okay. So Paul, you should be stepping with your other foot. Your foot is you take too big of a step because look, when you make contact here, you have 1 foot off the ground. That's not good. You want to have both feet solid on the ground when you make contact. Okay. You're also way too high. You pop right up. You got the tallest hat on the field right now. Look how he's underneath you. He can get underneath you and get extension right away. We don't want that, but you do adjust nicely because he goes inside and then you're able to wash him down in that down block. And look what you do. Since you wash him down, this linebacker wanted to come here, right? This linebacker wanted to shoot this gap, but he could not because we closed the door. We closed the door on that. LaFleur, good job getting to that linebacker. You see the lineman's hip disappear, so you get on that linebacker, and look at this. This is where we want to run the ball. That is the next defender there to try to make that play. Look at all this space we have to run this ball, which is very nice. Okay. What messes this play up though is our double team between the center and the guard. Okay. We need to have 4 eyes on the lineman, or sorry, 4 hands on the lineman and 4 eyes on this linebacker. Because what does this linebacker do? He triggers right here. So Taglin, you need to be coming off and down blocking this guy. All right. Guard stays on because you guys didn't move him yet. You've gotten no movement. So you can't close this door like they did over here. So Taglin, you have to come off and down block this guy. Because look, he's right here to make the tackle. We have to have 4 eyes on our linebacker, who's our linebacker is the first backer inside. So center and play side guard, that's this guy. Tackle and H, that's this guy. Okay. For these two, it would be that guy. Okay. Dito, looking at you. You're just way too high, buddy. You need to get down on the hip to get movement. You're just way too high. Okay, and you need to gallop down on this push block. Look how you're engaging this block here. Your feet are right together. Okay, your feet are close together. You have no power, you have no base. You're too high, so we're not going to move this guy at all. Okay, notice how he's not getting moved. We're way too high. Okay, Tom, you take the right steps here. You take your step with your gap side foot first. You have nice short steps. Okay, you're just too high. I want to see you have a flat back here, Tom, and keep moving your feet. Keep moving your feet and stay on them. Or no, actually coming off here, it's not too bad of a deal. Okay, this isn't, but so far this isn't bad. We're getting there because I just want you to see the potential of this play where we can have a really big touchdown if we hug that tight. Okay, here we're running counter to the right. So, Paul, you should be wheeling and sealing inside hard. You need to replace the guard. All right, let's watch that. Okay, you just fire straight out at him. You see how this guy, if he was slanting inside, he's going to kill the running back. See this linebacker triggering here? We need to get in front of that. We need to step in. He's going to be a B gap threat. So we need to try to get in front of that. All right. But you need to step down. You need to take 2, 3 hard shuffle steps down. I know we haven't worked on that. Or I haven't showed that specifically. So that's my fault. We haven't gotten time to get there. But you need to step down hard to block this guy. You need to get inside and cut this guy off. All right. We'll look at Jacob. He's pulling, kicking out. Okay, stay tight. I can tell that we're not tight on this angle. Stay tight to this. You see how wide you are? Okay, you have to turn back to try to get upfield. You need to stay tight to that line of scrimmage. We've worked on that. Okay, look how you've had to turn, and now we're not going to be able to make that kick out block there. Okay. Taglin, your steps look okay. Your base gets a little close, and you're just burying your head here. You need to have your eyes on your linebacker because right now you should be coming off on your linebacker right now. You should have came off on this linebacker way sooner. You should be boom right there, getting off on the linebacker instead of just digging your head into this block. Look at your legs. You're no longer gator walking. You should look just like Paul Ficker right here. This looks good. You should be gator walking. Okay. Dito, same thing. Too high, you're on the shoulder, you get a little movement. I want you down there, and I want this guy to be flying out of here. It's better, but it still needs a lot of work. Okay. Tom, this time you take the step with the wrong foot. Okay, this is your gap here. So you need to be stepping with this foot, second foot, take your read steps, see where he wants to go. Okay, get underneath him. See where your hands are. You're on his shoulders. You need to have your hands inside of his shoulder pads. I can't even see him because he's so much lower than you. Tom, you need to have a flat back, roll your hips into this guy and drive him off the ball. Take him where he wants to go. Okay. H here, H, you need to be staying tight to the wall and you're blocking that play side backer. Okay, you shuffle. Looks like you stay decently tight. Nope, you're not. Look at all this space. This is how much tighter you can be to get to your play side inside backer. And heck, you might even kick him out because you're so tight and he's so wide. See, this is a great coaching point right here. You are H's, watch this. You need to stay tight when you're doing this skip pull to the lineman. Because if you're not, and the running back keeps it tight like he's supposed to, this running back keeps it nice and tight downhill, he should be following right behind you. And if you get too wide, this guy's going to fall underneath and he's going to make the tackle. See how we missed that? And now that guy's there to make the tackle. That's not good. That's on the H there. H, you got to make sure you stay tight. Okay, 50s here. Paul, you should be fanning. We should have a fan call here. Should have a fan call here. So guards going out to the 4s. Okay, Jacob, you step in too far. It should be 1-2. And then you should be going out and helping out with this 4. Paul, you should be fanning out to the outside linebacker. Okay, Taglin, you stay nice and square, which is good. Okay, Dito, you're kick sliding with the wrong foot. This foot should be up. This foot should be back. You should be going to that guy. Tom, you should be going out to that guy. We should be moving our feet. Okay, I see a lot of dead feet here. Ton of dead feet. Not a lot of feet moving. Okay, here this is supposed to be trap. We're supposed to be doing trap right. We should be ripping here. Let me back it up. Trap right, okay? Gap on over. Gap. So this is your gap. This is the guard's gap. We should be blocking our gap. We pull kick out first person on or outside the guard. Wheel and seal the backside. That's what we should be doing. So there should be a 4-4-4. Tackle rips up to the inside backer. Should have a push block to first backer inside. Should have a base block to first backer inside. Kick out the 4 technique. Wheel and seal. Okay. H, wheel and seal on the backside. Okay. And we didn't know what we were doing here. And that's why this play doesn't look good. Okay. This play doesn't even look like trap. Okay, this is us doing it again the right way for the most part. Okay, Paul Ficker, watch Raymond here. Okay, see how hard he steps down? He could step down even harder, and I don't need him really going out and attacking him so much. I just need to make sure he cuts him off from the play. It's not too bad here. I do like his aggressiveness, but Paul, just look how he steps down hard to replace the guard. That's what we want to see. We want to see you take 2-3 hard shuffle steps down to replace the guard here. Okay. H, this isn't bad either. H, you can step up and come help this though. Okay. Come up and help that. Okay, LaFleur, this is awesome here on this pull. It looks like you're tight. It's kind of hard to tell. Okay. But I want to see you down on the hip. You don't have a flat back. Against a bigger guy, this isn't going to be great. Look how you make contact with one foot. You don't have a wide base. You are lower than him, but you could be a lot lower on the hip and he'll move a lot more. Okay, but I do love the aggressiveness running through the block. That part's good. Okay, Lamb, you're just way too high. I mean, he got underneath you. We're not able to move him. We got to work on our base blocks here a little bit. Okay, play side guard, Owen. You look like you do a nice job. You step down with that foot. Make sure we gallop down. I can see your hands. It looks like you go to the hip here. We do get a little bit of movement here, which is nice. Okay, this rip here is just we're just way too high. Look how you're the highest hat on the field here. Okay, you got to stay nice and low on that rip because you don't get to your backer. This is your backer you're supposed to be getting to. You actually get to the backside backer. And our guard, we don't get a good push on the nose, so our guard couldn't get off to get to this guy. So we have backers that are not being blocked the right way. But notice if we get good movement and our running back keeps it tight downhill, these linebackers are going to overflow, and we're going to get that nice little cutback. But we still got to make sure we get to the linebacker. Okay, boot right here. So we're running boot right. So here on the front side, we're blocking counter, just like that. So we should be logging and pinning this guy on the inside. The only thing that's different is that this guard is getting 3 yards deep. He's stepping to 5 o'clock, and he's going to log the first person outside the tackle instead of kicking him out. Wheel and seal the backside. Okay. That's a nice wheel and seal. Once again, Paul, watch Raymond step down hard, and he seals off the backside. Okay, we should make this look just like power or counter on the front side. Okay, we should be stepping down and run blocking here just as hard as we would if it was a run. We want to sell it, make it look like run as best as we can to try to suck the linebackers up and not have them drop back into pass coverage. Okay, we're way too soft here. It doesn't look like a run. Okay. Besides that, everything looked pretty good. Okay, this is supposed to be counter, so we should be blocking back, blocking back, blocking back, pull, kick out first person outside the tackle, wheel and seal. That's what we should be doing. Okay. Once again, we're stepping the wrong direction, not doing what we're supposed to be doing. So it doesn't look right here. Okay. Here, I think we run it right. Okay. So here on this base block, we take him where he wants to go. We shouldn't be stepping with our outside foot. We should be taking our read steps, inside foot, then outside foot, 2 short 6-inch steps. You see he's going outside, then you're going to get on him and run him out. Okay, take him where he wants to go. Okay, but here's the thing. You're way too high. You have no power here. You don't have a flat back. He's getting into you. So we just have no power, so we can't control him at all. So he's just going to fall back inside and make the tackle. That's why we need to win those crud. We need to win win these base blocks by firing off the ball and getting underneath them. And I can tell that we need to work on that. Okay, Owen, you stop your feet. You get your hands on the hip, but look, you're not chugging your feet, you're not moving your feet at all. We need to move our feet through contact and keep running our feet through it. Okay. Also, we after about 3 or 4 steps with your push block, if you can't get movement on that guy, then we just need to move up to linebacker. Okay. Jordan, you're way too high. He gets into you. I can't see him. You're way too high. You got to get your hands underneath him, lift him up. You need to be the tee. The defender needs to be the golf ball, and this needs to be the driver. And we need a lot more movement here. Okay. We do not have a lot of movement. Raymond, you get step down a little bit harder. You need to step down, probably do another shuffle step here, Raymond, because you're not replacing the guard. We still have a pretty big gap here. You need to go replace him. Okay, H's, we need to get a lot lower when we skip here. Okay, this is just way too high. You're the highest hat here. You need to be bent over and ready for contact because this linebacker might meet you in the hole. He's going to pop you in the face. Okay, you need to be nice and low getting through this hole. You need to be a lot closer to the wall here. You see how he's too wide? He needs to be right against this wall here to make to make sure he can go inside out on this linebacker to go block him. Okay, that's all our film from practice here. Hopefully you guys learn some things, pick some things up.